Hi, I'm Dick Eydt with Bites by Eydt. We have a wonderful catering company in Atlanta, Georgia, and we provide events in Tennessee, Manhattan, Greenwich, New Canaan, Nantucket, and then down to Florida. Today we're going to cook something I did during COVID, and it was for an Indian couple who couldn't go back to India for their wedding of 1,000 people. So instead we had a luncheon. It was outdoors, and they wanted a French theme. So we did coq au vin, and we did creme brulees, and of course some French white wine, and they just had a wonderful time. So we're gonna do the coq au vin. Again, it's a great winter dish. It's a one-pot dish, and it's easy to make. It's very tasty, and then we'll sort of spice it up for the second dish of the day. Is a bang bang shrimp, which will have some good kick to it. So both are great in the wintertime. The bang bang can also be done as an entree, or it can be done as appetizers. Let's start with getting our onions ready to go. We'll do a couple pieces of garlic. I'm going to keep the garlic whole. I'm not going to chop it up, so we just get the flavor. The other, I'll smash it, but I'm not going to chop it. The red onions and the shallots I will, but for these we'll just chop and put in there and give it some good flavor. I'll add the garlic later to it, and you can't have coq au vin without bacon, so we'll fry up the bacon, and then we'll add the red onions and the shallots. I'm doing this with white wine. You can do it with red wine or white wine. I like to do it with a white wine. It's a little bit cleaner and crisper, and a little bit lighter. So, and for the chicken, I always use chicken thighs. Bone in and with the skin on. Has great flavor. Let's get the onions ready to go. Again, you can use any kind of onions you want. You could use a Vidalia. You could even use a yellow onion if you wanted to. I like the color of the red. I like the sweetness of the red. I think it looks nice on presentation. So again, it's a pretty simple dish to make. Once you do all the prep work, you just pop it in the oven. 45 minutes later, it's done. And for these, I'll cut them about, a little more than 1/4 of an inch, not quite a 1/2 inch, because I like to sort of see it, and I like to get the crunch. The last episode we did a wonderful chili, 2 types of chilies, and another great winter dish. So after I make these foods and we film it, then the crew here samples it, and one of them said, Joe said, "This is the best I've ever had." So take that to the bank. So if you didn't watch it, go back and watch that show. It is pretty good. And the other thing Joe said is, I'm a meat guy. He said, you know what, I think I'll have the vegetable chili. That really looks good. Well, needless to say, he had a little bit of both. The other thing that the crew does is, I can't eat all this food. I'm up here from Atlanta. So the crew takes it back with them, and they have it and share it with their family. So that's what I really like doing. When I do my catering, it makes their day special. If it's a birthday party, anniversary, a wedding, whatever it is, with all the TLC that I do and my staff does, it's always appreciated. Good thing is they keep on coming back for more parties, so that's good. Okay, we'll do some shallots, and I'll probably do 1 shallot. If you like shallots, you can do more than that. But I'm a little bit over on the red onions, and we'll have plenty of vegetables. We'll have carrots in there. We'll have the little pearl onions in there. There'll be plenty of vegetables. Cut these a little bit finer. And a side cut. And there we go. I will cut the carrots and get that set to go. Take off the ends. Take these off, and I'll cut these in about an inch or so. I'll do just a few more. They're small carrots. Whenever I do my vegetables, I always use, if I can, organic. It's better for your body. You know, pesticides, that kind of stuff. So let's start cooking this stuff off, and we'll keep moving along. So we're going to use the induction stovetop. Start this off with a little extra virgin olive oil. We'll get the extra virgin olive oil up to temp, and that should be ready to go. Yep, hear it sizzle. That's good. Add in the red onions. That should be enough. Boy, it sure smells nice. The shallots, a little salt and pepper. Give a little stir. Let that cook down a little bit. We'll put the bacon right on top while that's cooking. You know what? I think I'll just cut this in half since the pan's not quite big enough to take it all. Bacon adds a great flavor to the cocoa vat. And I'll add 2 or 3 more slices. Again, this is the extra thick bacon, which is super nice, flavorful. And there we go on that. While that's cooking, I'll clean as I go and make room. I'll add in the garlic once we add the white wine. I just don't want it to burn. I also sliced up the mushrooms, and you can see how thick they are. They're probably almost a ½ inch thick. And the reason I like them like this, so you get a nice bite out of it. You can see it, you can taste it. I'm going to add in the carrots. Get those cooking and softening up. That's enough carrots. Mushrooms. Doesn't that look pretty? Quite nice. Okay. This will take 5 to 7 minutes to cook. So while it's cooking, we'll move on to the next step. On the chicken, it's a nice thigh. We'll season it. It does have the fat on it. It's important to have the fat. Pepper it. Salt it. Pat it down. Again, with the chicken, I brought it out, let it get to room temperature. I patted it dry. So when we do, we'll get a nice sear and a nice crunch on the skin. So that's ready to go onto our saute pan. We'll get this up to temperature. I'm not going to add any extra virgin olive oil. I don't think we need it since we have a fair amount of fat on here. Okay, so we've already cooked off 2 of the chicken thighs to get a nice crispy crunch to pre-cook it. And the next one is almost ready. We'll pull this one off. Put this in a nice sized pot. Move that off to the side. While we were off, I did cut up some of the onions. And I'm going to mix in the red onions, the shallots, the mushrooms into here, and then I'll zap it with white wine. I'm using a Chardonnay. I like Chardonnay. I like it's a nice Chardonnay. I only cook with things that I actually drink. If I can't drink it, I won't cook with it. And it's a nice California Chardonnay with some good flavor. So we'll add this one in there, and then we're going to stick in the oven. Add the garlic on the side for flavor, and there you go. Easy peasy, right? 10 minutes to prep, and we'll stick this in the oven. It'll probably cook for 30-40 minutes. 400 degrees. 400 degrees for 30-40 minutes. We'll check it after 30, and we'll take it from there. So while the coq au vin is cooking, we're going to do a very quick and simple and easy sort of stir fry. It's a bang bang shrimp. It's a little bit spicy, and but it's quite wonderful. Either, again, as an appetizer, a main course, or you could serve it as hors d'oeuvres. So let's start off with a little bit of onion, and we'll do some shallots. And instead of garlic, I'll just use garlic powder. There we go. Boom. Onions are done in the pan. A little pepper. And a little salt. We'll do a shallot. I think I'll do a whole shallot. Little side slice. Make these a little bit more narrow, maybe 1/4 of an inch or so. Slits. Give it another shake. Bring the pan over, scoop it on there, and there you go. We don't need that. Put this away. Now for the shrimp, we'll take some eggs. I'm going to put 2 eggs in there. You could either do 1 or 2, but we have about 1 pound of shrimp in there. So 2 eggs is really all we need. Give it a quick little whisk. I'll add my spices, granulated onion, garlic powder, and I'll add a little heat to it. Tabasco, sriracha, whatever you like. Just put that in there. Okay, add a little of this is the extra crispy panko. Don't mix it too fast, otherwise you'll have the panko all over you. And then we'll add in the shrimp. Put all that in there. And then we can toss it. There we go. We'll let that sit, pull this off to the side, and we'll let this cook down. Okay, so as we have the onions are sauteed, the shrimp is marinating. I add a little bit of milk to it just to give it some more flavor. And now we'll make the sauce for the bang bang and mayonnaise. A sweet chili, capers, and honey. So a little sweet and fiery. Give that a mix. I think we'll add a little bit more of the chili. We'll give it a taste. Yes, I think I'll add a little bit more of the hot sauce to it. So when you do this, whenever you add hot stuff to it, put a little bit in there, stir it around, test it. It's hard to take it out. You can always add more. So I want this just to sort of coat the back of my throat, back of my mouth. I don't want it to bang me in the face, but I want it to grow on me too. I can feel a little bit. I'm just going to add another 2 squirts. That's it. So As I'm eating a dish like this, I don't want to feel the heat immediately, but after 3 or 4 bites, I want it to slowly, gradually build up. It looks nice and it tastes. So now it's in the back of my tongue, it's down my throat, and I can feel a little bit of the heat. So I like that. Okay, put these away. This is ready to go. We'll cook the shrimp and add the sauce to it. We'll have our bang bang shrimp. The pan back up to speed, and we'll put in the shrimp, and this will take 2 minutes to cook, 3 minutes to cook. Won't take long, guys. Give it a flip and cook it. I can already smell it. So we'll just give this 2 minutes, and then we'll come back and plate it up. Okay, coq au vin is ready. The bang bang shrimp's almost ready. I'm gonna pull out the coq au vin, add some cream, put it back in the oven, 2 minutes tops, and it'll be ready to go. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Bacon looks fantastic, nice and crunchy. Add a little heavy cream to it. Put that back in the oven, and we're good to go. Okay, bang bang shrimp. Look at that. That looks pretty spectacular. We'll plate this out. I think the reason why they call it bang bang, because you cook it, bang, it's done, bang. A little sauce. I'll put some on top and the rest around, just in case not everyone wants the spiciness to it. They can eat around it, and then I'll put the rest around the sides. They can pick up the shrimp. They can dip it into the sauce. It's a nice dish, unusual. Okay, let's take out the coq au vin and we'll plate that. Okay, looks nice. Yeah. One, 2, and 3. You don't need this anymore. Did impart some nice flavors to it. Again, it's hot. Use the handle. Let's see about putting a little bacon on there in between. There you go. A nice coq au vin. If you were going to serve this as a main course, then you would just plate them all, put down the sauce first, then put the chicken on top, and then the vegetables. So, bang bang shrimp, coq au vin, and I want to thank our Little Leaf Farms lettuce producers. Phenomenal product. And there you go. Enjoy.